To create a pivot table, I select any one single cell in my sales data table, and then I go to the Insert tab of the ribbon, and to the far left, I click on Pivot Table. Through this wizard, Excel is asking me, would you like to create your pivot table in the existing worksheet or in a new worksheet? I'll accept the default new worksheet, and then I hit OK. In the new worksheet, I have a pivot table placeholder where my pivot table will populate, and then I have a pivot table field list on the right-hand side. In the pivot table field list, I can see the column headers from the source data, date, product, region, manager, and so on, and that's why it was a mandatory requirement. Below the field names, I have 4 drop areas, and these 4 drop areas are for building the pivot table by drag and drop. When you drag a field like the region and you drop it into the rows area, you are simply creating row headers. However, if I drag the same field and I drop it into the columns drop area, then I get column headers. I'm going to drag another field, the manager. So I drag the manager, I want to drop it into the rows area, and now I can see the names of the different managers. To create a calculation, I will drag the amount, which is a numeric field, to the values area. The default aggregation is a sum function, but if you drag a text field, it will return a count function. Now I created my first pivot table. Changing the structure of the pivot table is about dragging and dropping. I can move the fields around to restructure my pivot table. Having a look at my pivot table, I can see that I created the sum of sales for each manager in each region. Now I want to format these numbers. If the numbers were formatted in the source data, then in Microsoft 365, this formatting will carry over to the pivot table. However, I use the table where the numbers are not formatted because I want to format them here inside the pivot table. To do that, I select one single number. I don't need to select all the numbers. And I never use the options on the Home tab for formatting. I just right-click on the number I selected, and from the right-click menu, I select Number Format. This will open a variation of the Format Cell dialog box. Let's say I want to apply an accounting format with one single decimal place, and then I hit OK. Now the entire pivot table is properly formatted. By default, we get row labels and column labels. Should you wish to customize them, I could select the cells and type. Alternatively, I can go to the Design tab and change the report layout. And from the report layout menu, I select Show in Tabular Form. Then I'm bringing the column headings to my pivot table. In the next module, I explored the drill down feature of a pivot table.